Hi, this is Jim Rosenhaus with this date in Cleveland Indians history. And on this date, 1964, Max Alvis hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth inning to give the Indians a 3-2 win over the Twins. Alvis played 8 seasons with the Tribe and finished with 108 home runs, 18 in that 1964 campaign. And on this date in 1993, Carlos Baerga hit 3 home runs, but the Indians lost to the Tigers 9-5. Detroit hit 5 home runs of their own, including a pair each by Travis Fryman and Dan Gladden. Baerga, Fryman, and Gladden also tied an American League record for 3 players with 2 or more home runs in a 9-inning game. That's all this date, June the 17th, in Cleveland Indians history.
Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook continues now.
All right, it's Thursday morning. That means it's time to talk Cleveland Indians baseball. We're doing it on our WHBC video stream as well at our Facebook page at 1480 WHBC and also YouTube. So you can check it out on our YouTube channel as well. And we have with us this morning Bobby DiBiasio with the Cleveland Indians. Good morning, Robert Anthony. How are you?
Good morning, Pamela. Yes.
Pamela.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yes. It is a good morning coming off another win, 3 straight, 5-1 on this homestand. I think more importantly, 5-1 at the stretch of where last Friday night started a stretch of 30 games in 31 days for the Cleveland Indians, and to get off to a 5-1 started for that stretch is nice. We're going to have to figure out who's going to pitch for us as we move forward with the injuries that we've suffered in our starting rotation.
Man, it's almost unbelievable. It just keeps happening. So tell us about Shane Bieber. I mean, what do we know?
Well, he's not going to touch a ball for a couple weeks, and then we'll know more. Right now, everybody feels good that, it just might be a maintenance issue, that happens to pitchers, obviously, and let's hope that's all it is. We certainly will know more in about a week and a half when he's able to get out there and play catch and see how he feels. And but it's gonna, for the first time, Pam, in a long time, probably ever since Mr. Francona took over 8 years ago, that when you look at the graphic of upcoming games and next to the Cleveland Indians pitching line, it says TBD. I mean, we haven't had that in a long time. And so our bullpen's got to step up, which it has. Thankfully, we have a manager who may be the best at manipulating a bullpen, keeping everybody strong and healthy, and trust in Tito. That's what we say.
Yeah, he's pretty calm about stuff like that. He said he's an easygoing guy.
Yeah, well, I'm sure inside the butterflies are going as always, but he does have a nice calming influence that comes obviously from almost 20 plus years of being a skipper in the big leagues, that there aren't a whole lot of things he hasn't had to deal with. And someone needs to be the calming influence, and he and the coaching staff, that's their jobs. As our young team, that's one of the things about a youthful group. Wow. Is they might get ahead of themselves, might get a little bit more anxious than a guy that's had more wear and tear on their body. So we're lucky to have him, as we keep saying. We're blessed to have him as our leader.
So what do we have game-wise? I didn't really have a chance to look beyond this weekend, but what are we looking at here coming up?
Well, we have a 1 o'clock game, 1:10, beautiful day in downtown Cleveland. So come on up. If you love those weekday day games, today is a day to do it. the finale of a 4-game series. We're going for a 4-game sweep of the Baltimore Orioles with Eli Morgan. He's the young man who made his major league debut on that Friday night. That was one of the most horrific nights I've seen at Progressive Field, with the sleet and the rain and the wind. And now he gets a beautiful day to pitch. So good for him. Yeah. Then we go on a 3-city road trip. We head to Pittsburgh. We go to the Cubs. And then Minnesota. This will be the last time our pitchers put a bat in their hands this season when we go to Pittsburgh and Chicago for the Cubs games. And and Rosie and Hammy get to, on their first 3-city road trip, to be in those ballparks doing the games. They're very excited about that.
Well, Pittsburgh, a nice ballpark for them to go to, that's for sure.
It is.
And I think the Pirates have lost 10 in a row, so.
Yeah, they've struggled a little bit. The Royals have done the same. The one team that just won't get off the win column are the White Sox, who we are chasing for the division lead. We've won 7 out of our last 10. I think they've won 8 of their last 10. We need to get them to have some hiccups. But this 30 games and 31-day stretch that leads into the All-Star game, we'll come back home at the end of June against the Tigers, and then a 4-game series against the Houston Astros over the 4th of July weekend. So get your tickets for a big 4th of July holiday weekend at Progressive Field. Indians.com is always the place to go.
Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you about Mudcat Grant.
Yes.
Yeah,
That one stung. When I started with the Cleveland Indians 43 years ago in February of 1979, we had a front office where Herb Score would sell season tickets in the off season. Richie Rollins, a local Sandlot star and an all-star for the Minnesota Twins, was in our group sales department, and Mudcat was in our community relations department. So I've known Mudcat for 43 years and a dear, dear friend, and he had been sick the last couple of years. He was an advocate for African-American participation in the game of baseball. He had a singing group, Mudcat and the Kittens, that was popular around downtown Cleveland nightclubs. He was more than just a pitcher. He was the first black pitcher to win 20 games and a World Series games. He did that in '65 with the Minnesota Twins. Just a wonderful, wonderful man. Was part of our fantasy camp for 25 years. Just a fan favorite, just larger than life personality. So just a wonderful, wonderful man, and we'll forever remember that smile on his face.
Yeah, he's the guy that you say his name and even the younger generations know who he is. So yeah, may he rest in peace. Well, we appreciate you coming on, Bob, and good talking to you. And I know we'll talk again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Take care. Have a great day. Go Tribe.
It's Kenny and JT.
Indians have a day game, so what do we do until they're done?
We listen to Hammy and Rosie call the game right here on WHBC, and then we'll come on afterwards talking Tribe baseball, Browns, minicamp, and much more.
It's the Kenny and JT Show, powered by Paramount Elite ICS on WHBC.
Our fan gear is now for sale at WHBC.com.